with all the focus on the future with NowUs that we envisioned, we almost forget maybe the past, but of course we also need the past in order to know where we are going and where we came from. And we need to know the road we travel to come to the here and now, and we can also be proud of what we already have established. And one of those things is that's why we invited 4 of our previous award winners. 2 of them won a NowUs award, which is an award for projects worldwide to help make society more inclusive. 2 other speakers have won an innovation award, which is, as you probably guessed, an award for the most innovative project within the international development sector. And they explain their innovative projects and tell what happened to them since they have won the award. And what difference have their award-winning innovations made, and how are they doing today? I'm very excited to hear how, I lost the English word for aanmoediging, encouragement, yes, encouragement an award gives. And the first one, I think it's via Zoom, our first award winner, and it's about accessibility of information in sign language for deaf community and integration into society. Starting small, they expanded across Vietnam and are now working on a regional level. I can already hear you, Thuy Chien and interpreter An. Hey, there you are. Take it away. Hi. Oh no, wait. I have a question for you. You're not. So, the deaf community being perceived differently compared to the start of HandSpeak. Can you tell us more about that? And can we test if we can hear you?
Yeah, hello. Can you hear what the interpreter is saying?
Yes, can we maybe also make it a little louder for the room? Can you speak one more time?
Yeah, hello everyone.
Yes. Yes, can you share with us from the moment you won the award and now, as I also posed to the audience, what has changed for you? And has the deaf community been perceived differently compared to the start of HandSpeak?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so thank you for your question. And first of all, I would like to say hello to everyone again and to introduce myself. My name is Thuy Chien, and I am now the director of Pride Vietnam, which is formerly known as HandSpeak Vietnam. Can I have my slide now for the presentation? Yeah, thank you. So talking about the journey of HandSpeak and relating to your question, so can I have the next slide, please? Maybe the slide before this. Okay, never mind. We just go ahead with this. Okay. So in Vietnam, the background of the deaf community, we have about 1 million deaf people, and we have only 50 deaf people graduated from college and university, and there is only 1 deaf people holding a master's degree. This is due to the limited in education for deaf people, which then the majority of deaf people only finish primary education or secondary education. And then this leads to a lot of other barriers in life for the deaf people. They have unemployment, limited access to information, lack of sign language interpreters, which affect a lot for the life of deaf people. Next slide, please. Yeah, and so in 2018, I was honored to be the first winner of the NowUs award for a small project that we call HandSpeak Vietnam, where we train deaf people in sign language to enhance their communication skill and to build their confidence to be independent in their life so that they can integrate into the society. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Yeah, and then thanks to the project, we can become legally registered with the government and officially become the first deaf-led nonprofit organization in Vietnam. And now the name of our organization is Pride Vietnam in 2019. So we will be proud of this accomplishment. And we really want to say thank you to Voice, our grantor. Next slide, please. And the spirit of our organization is nothing about deaf without deaf. So we are deaf people and we are working for the development of the deaf community. So we're working together for the rights of deaf people and for deaf people to be independent, to make decisions for their life. Next slide, please. Our work focuses a lot on empowerment deaf people. We provide trainings and opportunity for deaf people to build their confidence through deaf identity, deaf culture, leadership skills, communication skills, and other life skills to improve their quality of life. Next slide, please. We also provide first aid training because now in Vietnam, a lot of emergency situations happen around the country, like fire situation, but deaf people do not have access to those information. So we train deaf people for the first aid survival skills so that they can protect themselves and also help others in those emergency situations. Next slide, please. And thanks to the NowUs award that we were the winner, now we localized this award and we organize Now Deaf Awards for the deaf community in Vietnam. So since 2020 until now, every year we hosted this award and to support the deaf-led initiative in different provinces and regions of Vietnam to break the barriers that the deaf community is facing. And now they are making a lot of impacts in their local community. Those are the deaf leaders that join our empowerment training, and now they are standing up, leading their own community. So this is, we are very proud of that. Yeah. Next slide, please. I was also mentioned about the limited access to information of deaf people. And so that's why we create this accessible library. We have first aid library and also the folktale story library to bring access for the deaf community. So in those libraries, we provide the cultural and traditional Vietnamese through the stories so that the deaf children and also deaf adults can learn from the stories. Next slide, please. And one of the important initiatives that we created during the COVID-19 pandemic, deaf people was far left behind without access to any information and those new terms like social distancing, you know, COVID-19 vaccine, they don't know about that. So we created a sign language news program. We have the deaf presenter who will sign the news in sign language to bring access to deaf people across the nation. And this became the most deaf-friendly program for the deaf community across the country. And so after the COVID-19 pandemic, we also expand the program, and now we cover most of the topics in the daily news, as the television. Next slide, please. And since the NowUs award from the 2018 until now, we have built a network of 26 deaf clubs across the nation. And with this network, we've been supporting each other, sharing information, and if any of the deaf clubs in another region need help, then we keep supporting each other. And also collecting the voices of deaf people from across Vietnam to advocate for the rights of the deaf community. Next slide, please. And also, we have a lot of collaboration with other organizations because after the NowUs award, people now start focusing on the deaf community. They know now like paying attention to the deaf community and collaborate with a deaf organization to advocate for the rights of deaf people. So we also collaborate with the UNDP, with organizations of people with disabilities and other enterprises to provide more opportunities for deaf people. Next slide, please. And not only in Vietnam, we also expand our network to the region, especially in our neighboring country, Laos and Cambodia. And thanks to our grantor voice, we just had almost finished our 3 years project, collaborating between Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia. We're supporting each other, sharing our concerns, similarity, and differences. And the collaboration will keep continuing into the future. Next slide, please. And thank you, Voice, for supporting us for this whole process, and also the pathos for the NowUs Award in 2018. And thank you, everyone, for watching. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thuy Chien, it's absolutely, I don't know if you can still hear me, I think so. It's absolutely amazing what you've been doing. And thank you for also your presentation, for making it visual for us. 26 nationwide clubs network. Wow, speaking of partnership and making a change. And also a round of applause for Anne, the interpreter who provided us with the presentation. Moving on to our next one. Our next award winner is Innovation for Change, won the 2021 Collaborative Innovations Award. They are a global network of people and organizations who connect, partner, and learn together to defend and strengthen civic space and overcome restrictions to our fundamental freedoms of assembly, association, and expression. And the development focus is innovation hubs and a broader networks and digitalized trainings. Hi, there you are, Juliana Catania. Thank you for being here. Can you tell us about what best practices you can share in working together across continents?
Thank you for the invitation. For us, it's key, as you mentioned before, to work with different actors in terms of defending civic space. And as a global network and coming from the global south, for us, it's very important to be connected all the time because we are facing very similar social challenges and using innovation, and that's why for us it was very important, this prize. Using innovation is key for us. You know that innovation maybe is more related to use in the private sector or for entrepreneurs, and for the social sector and civil society organizations, we are left aside. But social challenges are being more complicated each time. So we really need to think of different solutions and innovative solutions to use it in all the regions that we are working in order to have different type of solutions and different type of projects to tackle modern problems.
Thank you so much. And do you have any final words to say? Because this is the only question that I was going to pose. Do you have another message to say regarding your focus to the audience here? We have approximately 300 people listening to you.
Yeah, thank you so much. We are based in 7 regions, so we work very hard on defending civic space. We know that each time of each year we are facing worse problems. We are shrinking our civic space, and it's the space that we all should defend. So for us, it's very important to partner with everybody, companies, government, entrepreneurs, civil society organizations. You also mentioned citizens that are in the center of all our actions. So for us, it is very important to stay connected, and these spaces are very key and important to maintain this communication, maintain this connection, and try to think these partnerships, long-lasting partnerships, in order to defend what is more needed, that is our freedom to act, to participate, and to defend our space.
Thank you. Can I have a round of applause for Juliana? Thank you so much. Now, our next award winner is the winner of the 2019 NowUs Award, fighting against fistulas via sports psychosocial support and reproductive health and economic empowerment. The development focus is expanded activities, peer-to-peer information sharing, and set up a health center. We have here Habiba Mohammed.
Thank you, everyone. Good evening.
Hi, Habiba. We can hear you, but we cannot see you. So if you have a second for us, maybe you will appear any minute for us on the screen. Can we already, hey, there you are, welcome. So you've already booked great successes, opened a health center, and established strong connections with local government institutions. And what is your next step?
Thank you very much. We have a number of things on the pipeline looking into our future. First, I just want to start by sharing that being the 2019 NowUs Award winners, the prize money was very instrumental in, first of all, co-funding the construction of a hostel and safe space for these fistula survivors. So by doing that, we provide for them an environment where we are able to train them as advocates of change. We empower them socioeconomically to be productive members of the community, and we strengthen their social support networks. So we have been doing this, and for the last 5 years since that award, we have been able to effectively support more than 6,000 women with fistula to access free surgeries. More than 70% of these have actually been successfully reintegrated back to their communities. And our secret lies in including their voices at all levels of our interventions. So what is in the pipeline for us is to continue to strengthen our work across the region so that we can be able to support more women. We all know that when people know that they are not alone, they are not afraid to raise their voices. They are not afraid to speak up and challenge the injustices within the society. They are able to gain the courage to be able to be advocates of change and actually mobilize for the social challenges or social issues that we need to address within our communities. Currently, we are in the process of developing Women Empowerment and Rehabilitation Center within Kilifi County, and we are looking at being able to utilize this facility to empower more women to be able to receive both primary, tertiary, and secondary services, including the surgical repairs for them, and also having an opportunity for training and empowerment.
Yes, and you also had a short presentation prepared about your organization. Would you like to share a bit of that? Yes.
Yeah, thank you. I will just go straight to the presentation. I'm here to represent the Voices of Hope and Action, a fistula survivors movement. And can you imagine what it feels like to lose your baby during delivery and end up leaking urine and stool? The emotional anguish, the stigma, the discrimination, this is just an ice tip for more than 1 million women across Africa and Asia. Let us hear from some of these women in our presentation.
If you can raise the video sound, that would be great.
From Bungoma, the pain of losing my baby, my dignity, and my marriage was so unbearable. Wadadia helped me heal. Now I'm a fistula survivor, a voice of hope.
Hello, I'm Sandrine Cheruto. I'm 23 years old from Bungoma County. I'm a fistula survivor. I was raped and I have to drop out of school due to the leakage of urine. I never knew about fistula until I met Wadadia. I'm now a fistula survivor and a voice of hope.
Yeah, obstetric fistula is a childbirth injury that is associated with prolonged obstruction of labor and is characterized by continuous leakage of urine or stool or both via the birth canal. If you want to learn more about this life-devastating condition, please remember to scan our QR code at the end of this presentation and engage with us. And in the last 5 years, go to the next slide, please. In the last 5 years, we have been able to support more than 6,000 women actually access free fistula surgeries across the country. This is in Kenya, where we are working. More than 75 of these women have been successfully reintegrated back to their communities. We focus on including the voices of the fistula survivors at all levels of our decision making. And as I shared earlier, being the NowUs Award winners, we were able to use the prize money to develop a hostel for these survivors, which provides a safe space for them because most of them come from very hostile environment. We are able to train them and support them socioeconomically, strengthen their social support network, and make them to be productive members of the community. We are not able to do this alone. Can be able to move to the next slide, please. We are not able to do this alone, but as Wadadia, we actually leverage on the extensive partnerships with like-minded organizations that effect change at the highest levels in the society. I've mentioned some of those organizations there, and we can listen to how we do this in that video. The video on that previous slide, please. Okay, we lost the opportunity to listen to the video. There was a slide video on how we do that, where we're having a presentation from our partners at the local community on how we do that and our level of administrators. So we have missed that opportunity. So lastly, at the end of that, I just want to call upon all of us to be able to be a voice of hope for the people that we serve. We know that by being part of them, we are going to give them the courage that they need to leverage for the changes that the society badly needs. Please be able to link up with us through the QR code that you have indicated, and don't miss our upcoming virtual tour, which is going to give you an opportunity to experience the joy of transforming different lives and engaging with our beneficiaries on a one-to-one basis. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Habiba. That was amazing. I hope you can hear the applause. Can we wait a minute with this slide? I will give you the opportunity to take out your phones and maybe also scan the QR code to see how you can support this organization. I think it's absolutely beautiful that it's becoming so tangible what the encouragement of such an award is, and these organizations. Yes. And then we're going to our last one. Our next award winner is ActionAid in 2016 Partos Innovation Award, Campaign Against Tax Evasion. And Gijs Verbraak is going to give a short presentation for us, and then I will ask you a question too. And we have someone live here with us. Can I have a round of applause?
Thank you all. Today I'm addressing a problem so big you cannot even see it. A problem that grows second by second, but you won't notice. A problem that is as real as stealing, but it's legal. A problem that severely affects women's lives. A problem that's even lethal. A problem that no single country can stop. A problem that some countries do not want to stop. A problem you can only see by looking at nothing. No hospitals, no teachers, no doctors, no vaccines, no roads, nothing. We won the award in 2016, and I'm happy to stand here today. I'm honored to speak about the tax campaign of ActionAid, a campaign that focuses on big multinational corporations shifting profits from the global south to tax havens. A problem of companies that do not understand the power of tax. The power tax has as a precondition and enabler of change. And it's invisible to the naked eye. It happens here in Amsterdam, behind the most beautiful and shiny business facades, by highly paid individuals and highly respected individuals. A problem that ActionAid, together with the tax justice movement, has uncovered and made public, also via the help of the press. A problem that we also advocated towards governments. Governments in the global south on how to improve their fiscal systems, but also challenging governments, like here in the Netherlands, governments that are facilitating tax avoidance. We did not do this on our own. We did this in a big network, also the Tax Justice Network and various other organizations. And together we had the opportunity to change the habits of governments that were doing fiscal harm to the global south to better their lives. a number of examples. For example, in the Netherlands, we challenged the Dutch tax treaty policy, which has a severe impact on developing countries. And in reaction, the Dutch government did make a number of changes which improve tax treaties for the least developed countries. We also challenged the system the Netherlands facilitates, which allows companies to flow money from the Global South to tax havens. And in a reaction, the Dutch government shut down a number of such routes. These are a number of good examples, but much more is needed for the Global South to get enough funding, to get their fair share of tax. So we continue, and we also look at the international level. For example, who makes the rules? At the moment, it's the OECD, also referred to as the rich man's or a rich countries club, I should say. But yeah, but not in a democratic manner. So we pushed for the UN to have their legitimacy raised and to have them as the global setting body. And luckily, last year, the UN, after 20 years of talks, was able to push their mandate through. So they can now start to discuss if they can have a better position, a bigger say in how tax rules are constructed, how they work, and how they work for the Global South. But it's a critical time. At the moment, these discussions are happening, but the OECD countries, the powerful countries, are trying to block meaningful change, to have them do a number of extra projects, but not to redesign how taxes work and how they work for the Global South. So with all these experts in the room, I want to kindly ask you to close your eyes for a few seconds and to think, how does tax connect to the issue you are working on? What is the power of tax in your work? Thank you. You can open your eyes again, and you can also continue thinking around this one. But hopefully you see the power of tax, the meaning of tax, the potential it has as a catalyst for change. We are at a critical time at the moment. We're trying to fight the injustice that has been done to the Global South and is continuing. And we want to push the UN at a higher level. We want to have them be the standard-setting body. Thank you all for listening, and hopefully you'll support us in that struggle.
Thank you so much, guys. We've been, can I maybe have the mic back? Yes, amazing. We've done the eyes closing and visioning thing. Annelies is being an influencer here today. Thank you for that. And the Netherlands have been referred to as a tax haven, even though there have been some measurements taken in the recent years. But what role do tax havens in the Global North play in tax avoidance in your area of work in the Global South?
Yeah, a country like the Netherlands is what we call a conduit country. So it's not the country where a company stores the money, but they use it as a route towards where they store the money. So the Netherlands has a number of favorable conditions, which will allow companies to get the money lightly taxed or untaxed out of the country where they're actually doing business towards where they want to store it.
Okay, guys, thank you so much. Can I have a round of applause for Gijs? Yeah. Here you go, thank you. This is actually the most hybrid program I've ever presented, and we made one mistake, but I think one is actually not that bad with all the online, offline dance we had to do, but one person actually still had to do a presentation. Juliana Catania? Juliana, mi amor, lo siento, you had a presentation ready, and we didn't go through it, so I'm going to give you the floor now. You can present about your organization, and the audience is still ready, so take it away.
No worries. I come from Latin America, so I'm very used to change everything at the last moment. So I'm really easy to adapt to the situation. So no worries for you and for me. So thank you. It's me again. I would do a short presentation of our project that won the Innovation Award from Partos. First, I would like to ask if each of you could take 2 seconds and think on what you believe is the greatest invention of all times. The first one that comes to your mind doesn't matter. So I'm not a mind reader, but probably most of us have thought about the invention of the press, some about the steam engine, others may thought about the invention of the car, and probably most of us would use or choose this modern object that we use very today all the time, that is the mobile phone. Maybe each of us choose different things, but we all agree that these are just a few examples of the biggest innovation milestone in history. These innovations have had a huge impact in society and have changed the way we live, work, and communicate. But some of the most influential innovations of all times are not objects at all. Instead, they are ideas that open up new ways of approaching the world or solving problems. That is what we call social innovation. And that is what we do in our innovation labs. Our labs are spaces where activists and civil society leaders come together to focus on designing innovative solutions for different social problems. These labs are dedicated to fostering creativity and innovation using a design thinking methodology. As you may know, design thinking is a human-centered problem-solving approach that emphasizes empathy, ideation, and iterative prototyping. This methodology helps participants of the labs to gain a deep understanding of the problem, generate innovative ideas, and develop practical solutions. This process depends also on collective creation, since all the participants work together tackling a problem from different angles to co-design a solution. One of the best things that Innovation Labs has is that they are not limited to a specific problem or a specific country. Instead, they can be applied in multiple contexts to solve very different types of issues. So how does this Innovation Lab work? During an innovation lab, participants work together in groups to design a solution prototype for a specific problem. We use a series of rapid exercises that leads the participant through the process of creation, designing, and prototyping. At first, the group starts working with the definition of the problem they want to tackle, understanding the causes and their consequences, and then they have to think of a possible solution considering its impact and possibilities of realization. So the final step is designing altogether a solution prototype that shows how the proposed solution would work in practice. Innovation labs are designed to be creative and inspiring spaces. Whether we do it physical or virtual, they provide a special atmosphere for participants to think outside the box and generate fresh ideas and innovative solutions for the issues that require immediate attention. So we would like to share with you one of the winning projects of an innovation lab. We have a short video of one of the winners of one of our labs that was conducted in Central America, in El Salvador, which is called Hacking Stereotypes. Let's watch the video.
I'm sorry, Juliana, there is no video? There's a
Yeah,
link.
the video is over there. I don't know if you can
you guys click the link?
it. Yeah, you have to click the link over there.
It's not, is it clickable? We're just checking with...
¿Alguna vez cuando eras niña te...
We're hearing the sound. We're just going through it in... with the technicalities, if you have a moment. There it is. Thank you. Yes, let's start the video.
¿Alguna vez cuando eras niña te dijeron que existían ciertas carreras que no eran para ti? ¿O escuchaste que a tus hermanas o amigas les comentaron que las mujeres no pueden ser ingenieras? Parece difícil de creer, pero este pensamiento sigue presente en muchas culturas, y para combatirlo, el equipo de Used to Lead creó Hackeando Estereotipos CTIM, una escuela de liderazgo que busca acercar las diferentes áreas STEAM a las niñas entre 12 y 16 años, con el fin de despertar su interés a temprana edad. Para que conozcan un poco más del proyecto, les mostramos los resultados de nuestro primer piloto que se desarrolló en el departamento de Chalatenango, El Salvador, a inicios de 2023.
Realmente me ha gustado cómo nos han inspirado a mí y a todas las chicas que estuvimos presentes en este proyecto a poder saber más acerca de las habilidades que podemos desarrollar siendo líderes y cómo nos han enseñado a cómo debe actuar una verdadera lideresa. Yes. Juliana,
Yeah. So thank you very much. So if anybody's interested in our labs, please feel free to contact us. We will be very happy to replicate all these innovation labs that we are doing all around the world. So thank you very much for your time.
yes. Muchas gracias, Juliana. Thank you so much. And again, apologies for the mistake. I'm happy we were able to see your presentation anyway.